this is Joseph Vivaldi, and this is Discontent and Woodbridge, New Jersey. And I am speaking about the upcoming election between John Vrtaric and Sharon Macauliffe. I didn't talk to any one of them, but I'm just gonna voice my concerns and my support for John Vrtaric.
Vrtaric.
He is running on the campaign that I agree with, and that's no overbuilding in Woodbridge, and there's no space in the township. He's right about that, and it gets to the traffic congestion getting worse and worse, which I agree with too. I mean, it's horrible. You drive and it's not that good.
Well, to live here in Woodbridge now as a resident, you have to have more firemen. You have to hire more police protection. It costs more money for taxes, and who pays mostly? We're all going to pay the penalty. If they would have did something else with that property, maybe we could have built a hospital. We need a hospital in this area, and there's none. You can't go to Perth Amboy, they're overloaded already.
Well,
you can't go to JFK, they're overloaded already.
Well, I mean,
I'll tell you the truth. This is where we should be headed for, and we have to work and try to plan to save some property to build a hospital.
Well, I don't know if he'll. Both parties will run on that.
I'm saying thing, myself right now.
I know my dad is in support of that, but but basically he's saying that there's too many people in this town right now where we're forced to get a hospital.
Yeah, we're forced, and I don't know how we're going to do it. What, are they going to knock people's houses down, single-family dwellings?
And I remember I was going to JFK Hospital during the pandemic, and it was like a 7-hour wait in order to be seen.
Yeah, that's just terrible. Now they didn't plan for anything. The councilman in Woodbridge and the mayor didn't count on anything like that. They should have counted on a hospital. So I'll tell you the truth, if there is any property available that we could maybe build a hospital, this is what we should be striving for.
However, the damage was done because they could have worked to put that hospital in. Instead, they were working on building more for homes and for apartments and everything else.
You know what we could do? There's a piece of property right now is actually sitting in the back. It's a place in Hope Lawn. They have a store there right now. We could condemn the store and put in a hospital there, which would be suffice. And maybe that would be a better way to do it, you know. And this way here, we could have a hospital for Woodbridge Township.
Well, I mean, let's go on to other thing. But I mean, the fact that there was overbuilding in towns and stuff like that, like,
too much.
Who just overbuilds a town, makes it so crowded that you can't even go anywhere anymore?
No.
I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, I could see if there was a reason for it, but I mean, you really have to hate a town so much to overbuild.
Now we're stuck with it.
Yeah.
Now we're stuck with it.
Now,
we're going to be
stuck
with the
do?
taxes.
That's another thing.
Taxes are going to go up. They have to furnish education for the kids. If they go to school in Woodbridge, you have to furnish education. Education is expensive. And we don't even have enough teachers to take care of everybody, our needs.
So that runs on another thing that Vrtaric is important. Property taxes go high. I mean, this is because of the overbuilding and stuff. And housing is no longer affordable.
No, can't afford it.
Yep. I mean, there's other points. I mean,
if I didn't do my homework years ago, I wouldn't have a piece of property.
Yeah. So I mean, and also, you add this, the debt of the people in the town are increasing every year.
Well, I wouldn't imagine there are people that couldn't pay their property taxes.
Yeah.
In this town.
Yeah.
I don't know how many, but I bet you to say there's quite a few that have lost their houses because they couldn't pay for their mortgage or their taxes.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like, I know that John was running on the Republican Party, but it seems that he's more Democratic than the old Democratic way.
Like I remember years ago, we, at one time I was a really staunch Democrat. In fact, some of my very good friends were congressmen, mayors. They all knew me, and I knew them, and they were with the people. But today, don't look that way. I think I can't prove it, but I bet you there's underhanded dealings going on with some people.
Well, we're not gonna.
But I'm not gonna knock anybody.
We're not gonna knock anyone, but
there's no proof in that anyway.
It just seems, funny that they were allowed to keep on building, and they couldn't stop them.
Yeah.
Now it's just damage control.
All that property, most of the property they used was the property that was owned by Leon Hess.
Yeah.
And Leon Hess was connected to the Democratic Party.
Yeah.
That's where they got all these apartments now, because of that.
Yeah, well, they sold it. They sold their land.
They sold their land to them. And so, in other words, they got the permits from the city to do it.
Yeah. Well, you have money, you can do anything.
Yeah, I tell you, overnight they went up, and I tell you, I was really surprised to see that.
But it's like the bottom line is everyone is being penalized for what had happened with this building. It's like, who could afford everything? And sure, is it right to push people out of their homes for, lower cost living? Is it fair? People who have been living in the house for about 30, 40 years, is it fair to push them out?
Right now, you see, you have to really be thinking about what are we going to do to take care of people's needs with hospitals right now. Now we need a hospital. And I say that they should build it in Hope Lawn, New Jersey. Hope Lawn, they have a store there we could condemn. And we could close it down and build a real big hospital over there. In other words, give competition to Edison and Perth Amboy. Because they're so old and antiquated, those hospitals right now. I don't even like that hospital no more. I hate going to JFK because I had to wait a long time to get taken care of.
Yeah, like I say, it was seven hours to wait.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, I did all right the last time I went to Perth Amboy because a lot of people don't want to even go there.
Yeah, that's true.
And actually, my hometown was Perth Amboy. I lived a block away from the hospital.
I'm just saying, during the pandemic, everything was jammed, and what are you gonna?
I was very fortunate when I went to Perth Amboy Hospital. There was nobody in my room at that time.
Yeah.
I only stayed there a short time, but I was in the hospital about 3 times last year. don't want to go back there again.
Oh no, no one wants to go to the hospital. I mean, that's just
Yeah, unless you really have to.
Exactly, yeah. But that's the gist of it. I mean, anything that'll decrease the debt of us in town is a good thing, and just how everything is. Inflation is going up, people are spending money, and it is what it is. It's just like, we're spending more than we have to, and and also another thing I have to add in town. The town right in Main Street where they did the road construction for the water thing, you have very uneven paved roads that are damaging tires and having people go there. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
No, they had no choice. They had to put the water lines in. They're not gonna. They don't want to replace the whole road.
No, they didn't replace the road where they should have replaced it and had it paved. But I don't know. You tell me. It's just ridiculous.
I don't like it.
No, I don't like it at all. So that is discontent in Woodbridge. In Woodbridge, New Jersey, and I know that I could have spoken more, but hopefully I made some points clear.
Yeah.
And it stems from this. I mean, prices are going up. We have many people coming in town. It's like we can't afford to house everyone, and and it's gotten too packed in this small area. So, stop building in this area and build somewhere else.
Many people have moved to the Carolinas thinking that they're going to save a lot of money.
Yeah.
But it backfired on them. They're even having trouble.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you the truth. If I were moving any place, it wouldn't be here. I'll be moving to the middle section of Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania, there's middle sections over there where the coal mining used to be. You could build a beautiful house over there in the middle of the boondocks.
I wouldn't live near the coal area. I'd live up north.
Northern Pennsylvania?
No, more.
That's not bad too.
Not northern Pennsylvania. More up north, like New Hampshire.
Yeah, but those places they got problems in the wintertime with snow and everything else, not bad, not too good.
I know. That's discontent in Woodbridge. Hopefully you listen to whatever we had to say. Have a good day.
You too.